Today, we're diving into something really fascinating in the world of women's health, integrative gynecology. And it all starts with a simple but pretty profound question about how we even see ourselves.
I mean, think about it. For centuries, medicine has been trying to create this perfect one-to-one map of the human body. But what if that map, as amazing and detailed as it is only showing us half the picture? What if there's a totally different kind of map we need to see what's really going on?
And that right there is the big idea behind integrative gynecology. It's not about tossing out the maps we already have. No way. It's about laying a new one right on top of it. The whole goal, as our source material says, is to blend these traditional ways of seeing things with all of our modern knowledge. It's about taking two really powerful but really different viewpoints and seeing how they click together. So to really get how they blend, we've got to look at them separately first. Let's start with the one we're all pretty familiar with, the biomedical view, the one that sees the body, first and foremost, as a physical structure. This approach has an absolutely incredible history. For hundreds, even thousands of years, we've been sketching out this map. And the mission has always been to chart out what we can physically see, what we can touch, what we can measure. It's all about the tangible stuff. And this just shows how powerful that is. We have this amazingly detailed understanding of our physical framework, like the bony pelvis you see here. We know every single bone, every connection. It's like a high-definition blueprint of our body's hardware. And it's the same for all the plumbing and wiring, right? Here, we're seeing this super intricate network of blood vessels that feed the pelvic organs. Biomedicine is just brilliant at mapping these physical, tangible systems with incredible precision. So the best way to think about the biomedical view is to picture a topographical map. The kind that shows you every mountain, every river, every valley in exquisite detail. It tells you what is physically there, but does it tell you how it's all working together? All right, let's switch gears and look at our second pillar. This one comes from traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM, and it sees the body less like a collection of individual parts and, well, more like a deeply interconnected system. Okay, now this is where things get really interesting. In TCM, there's this core concept called pattern differentiation. Let me put it this way. Say your car is making a weird noise. Western medicine might pop the hood and look for the one broken part. But TCM, it's going to listen to the noise, feel the vibration, check the engine temp, and ask you how you've been driving. It's not just asking what's broken. It's asking, how is this whole system out of balance? See the difference? And this is the perfect picture of that idea in action. This is not a map of bones or nerves. This is a map of function. These sacral acupuncture points are seen as key spots to influence the body's energy, to regulate how organs are working, to bring things back into balance. It's a completely different kind of map. So we've got two maps, one of structure, one of system, one of the hardware, one of the software. The big question is, how on earth does an integrative practitioner use both of these at the same time? This is the key right here. If biomedicine gives us that detailed topographical map showing the land, then TCM gives us the weather map. It shows the atmospheric pressure, the wind patterns, the storm fronts that are moving across that land. One tells you about the physical landscape, the other tells you about the dynamic energy flowing through it. And you really need both to get the full story. And look, for doctors and patients, this isn't just some cool idea. It has real, practical benefits. It means a clinician can screen for serious issues better, but also explain really complex conditions more clearly. Take something like endometriosis. A doctor can show you the structural problem on an ultrasound, that's the topographical map, and also explain the functional imbalance of inflammation and pain, that's the weather map. It just creates a much richer, more complete understanding for everyone. Okay, this slide right here, this is the real aha moment. Just look at these two side by side. On the left, you've got the biomedical map showing this incredibly complex web of physical nerves, the body's literal wiring. Now, look at the right. That's the TCM map showing the key functional points in that exact same area. So if the left is the wiring, the right is like the user interface, the control panel you can use to influence the energy and function running through that wiring. An integrative practitioner is reading both of these maps at once. It's so cool. So what does this all add up to? It's pretty simple, really. It's about having one body, but learning to look at it through two incredibly powerful lenses. The ultimate goal here isn't to prove that one system is better than the other. It's about using the unique strengths of each one. Biomedicine is amazing for identifying structural problems for acute diseases. And TCM offers this incredibly sophisticated way to understand and treat functional imbalances and chronic conditions. You put them together and you get a much, much more complete picture of a person's health. And in the end, it all comes back to this. This whole thing, this blending of two worlds, it's about one thing: creating better, more comprehensive, and truly personalized treatment strategies. It's about using every single map you have to help the person right in front of you. Which kind of leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? We so often frame medicine as this battle between ancient and modern, traditional versus scientific. But what new possibilities could open up when we stop making it an either-or choice and we start embracing the power of both?